Sup guys, it's Joe here, and you join me playing F1 2017 career mode. We are now at Montreal for the next race.
Hey, our upgrade pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
So there you have it, our upgrade pace is looking solid, but he wants us to push harder, so you know what? Let's get straight into doing that. It's time for the usual resource points grind. Alright then, so what's the weather forecast for the weekend? Oh, heavy rain at the end of the race. That could make things interesting. And how will we fare on this grind? Oh god, that's nearly off there. That was smoother than I expected. I thought I was going to go completely off there. So let's have a bit of a season recap then. We're just over a quarter of the way through the season, and that was not what we wanted through there at all. But yes, we're just over a quarter of the way through the season now, and we are now at Montreal. We've scored 11 points with 3 points finishes. We got 10th in Melbourne, 7th in Spain, no, 7th in Russia and 8th in Spain. So we're doing relatively well. We've had a couple of finishes outside the top 10. And obviously Monaco we didn't get to the end of, but we were running 12th, so we weren't really looking at points for that race anyway. But, you know, we're doing better than I could have hoped so far. And unfortunately we've had to retire from the session before getting the qualifying pace run in because the rain has started falling. Oh, a little bit of corner cut in there, but you know what? This has been a pretty solid lap. And we've just smashed Massa's lap time there. And you know what? I'm quite happy with that. What a lap that was. Absolutely flying on that one. Oh god, what am I doing? Oh.
Guess who made the gossip columns this morning? Everyone's talking about this new rival you have. Check his stats out.
And for this race I have a new rival, and it is Daniel Kvyat. This is going to be a challenge. Let's try and get out of Q1 then if we can. Might help us out because we will be taking a grid penalty for the gearbox that we have changed. Oh, Palmer, you are not going to get in my way, are you? He's going to get right in my way, isn't he? He's going to get right in my way. Oh no, he's diving into the pits. I could not have done a better exit out of there. What do we do? Wow. Okay, that was something special, that lap. Where has that pace come from then? Only 9 tenths off the leaders? Okay, I will take that. Unbelievable scenes. We have made the final part of qualifying. I'm speechless. I really am. Not quite as tidy as our first 2 laps. Oh, we've hit our front wing there. That wasn't what we needed round there. We've hit our front wing, but can we get a decent exit out of the last corner anyway? What is it going to be? Oh, kissing the champions wall there. And we're actually 9th. So we could have gone a little bit faster there, but obviously we hit the wall at the hairpin, gave the champions wall a bit of a kiss. Feel like we probably could have gone a couple of tenths quicker, maybe displaced Stroll, but that is a very encouraging time for this race. Obviously we can't change the starting tyre, so we're going to go ultra soft, then soft, and hopefully that will take us to the rain. Alright, what can we do here then after our 5th place grid drop? We're starting 14th, And it's lights out and away we go in Montreal. We've actually made a decent getaway here. Although the other Renault of Hulkenberg is up my inside, I'm going to switch back to the inside and try and gain a few places here. And already I've made up a couple of places. I'm alongside what I think is Kvyat, and I'm already ahead of my rival. Now I'm having a look at Kevin Magnussen for 11th. And, well, that was a good move. And the two Force Indias, no, the Force India and the Williams, sorry, of Stroll, getting very close together then. And already I am up back into my grid spot, up into 9th after a bit of an ambitious move on Ocon. And now we are sitting very pretty in P9. What can we do from here? Long, long race ahead, including rain. Anything could happen in this one. And at the end of lap 1, it is Kimi Raikkonen leading the race. And we are in P9, sitting very pretty in the points position at the moment. Long, long way to go yet, though. Late braking, are we going to get past Perez here? Yes, we are. We are up into 8th. So we are having a really good race here so far. Really quite competitive. But now we're on the straight, so it might be that we have to do a little bit of defending because Perez is going to come straight at us, although not as much as you'd expect him to. And we hold the position. I tell you what, Massa's now looking right for the taking here. Bit of late braking again, and he's fighting me a bit harder. Massa, not quite as easy to get past there, and now I've got Perez on my rear. So Massa really making it a little bit trickier to get past. Perez is now having a look up my inside. And is he through? I'm going to the outside. He's got room. I've gone off the circuit, and Perez backs out. So didn't quite get past Massa that time. He made it a little bit more hard for me to get through there. But, that's close on the braking down. I think I went a bit deep. And now I'm going to have the attentions of Perez. He's going to have DRS, but fortunately so are we. Is that going to be enough to defend against the Force India? He's going up the inside. What is he doing? Yeah, he's going up the inside. We're going to brake late, and that will be the position defended. Now we've got DRS again. Is Perez going to come back at us down the straight? He does not look quite close enough yet as we head towards the first corner, and he doesn't have enough straight to do it. But now we've got Perez coming straight back at me. He's going up the inside again. I'm going to try and defend. And, well, he just doesn't seem to be that brave on the brakes, does he? Right, now we're really close to Massa after getting a great run out of there. And I feel like if we do a bit of late braking here, we might be able to have him up the inside. No, Massa really proving quite difficult to overtake there. Again, defending the move we make. Some great defending there by the Williams driver. Here we go again, up the inside, and this time Massa does not have an answer, and we've moved up into P7. Oh, we got a yellow flag. I think one of the leaders has dropped out. We'll see what happens to them in a sec. Valtteri Bottas then out of the race. There he is, he's pulled off, so he's had some kind of failure. The race seeming to settle down a bit now as we come to the end of lap 7. And we're just finding a rhythm and settling into it for now. Currently sitting in 6th. Not a position I was expecting to be sitting in at all. And with the threat of rain coming and everything else, I'm hoping we can hold on to some points here. So far, we're looking very good for it. There he is there, and there's Fernando Alonso pulling off to the side of the circuit. He's had a failure as well. Same place as Bottas, actually. We're just about a third of the way through the race. We're just about a third of the way through the race, and we've lost 2 runners already. So due to AI pitting, I'm now running higher than I have all season in this career mode. I'm now running 3rd. Got Lewis Hamilton right behind me, though. I'm sure he's just going to get past right there. Although I'm on his outside. I've gone round the outside and just schooled him there. Running in 3rd place for the first time. Obviously it's because I haven't pitted yet, and I'm pitting this lap. And me and Hamilton are still having our little scrap, and Hamilton still behind me. He's not able to get past. He'll be through on the straight though. Hamilton then getting the move done. Well, that was fun. A little bit of a battle with the world champion. Unfortunately though, I'm going to be an awkward bastard and I'm going to do this. Right. Our pit stop then, how well has that gone? It seems to have gone relatively well. A decent enough pit stop. And we are looking at rejoining, still in the points. In fact, we're looking at just being right with Hulkenberg. So he's in 8th, we're in 9th, but we've just made a pit stop. And I think he might have one still to make. So let's put a little bit of pressure on Hulkenberg on our fresher tyres and see if we can get past. I don't particularly want to be held up behind him for too long, and in fact he just gives in there. He does not make that difficult for me at all. Ocon moves into the pits, so now we're into 7th place, and we're now starting to put some pressure on Sainz, who is holding on to that 6th position. Let's dance, Carlos. It's going to be up the inside of Sainz here at the hairpin, and that is going to be P6 taken nicely. Raikkonen again setting the fastest lap. Sainz might be able to come back at us. Got DRS though. I don't think he's actually even considering that, to be honest. And Sainz actually diving into the pits there. Hamilton back into the pits. Unfortunately this time he gets out in front of us. That's a shame. I was hoping to have a quick battle with him there when I saw he was in the pits. Oh well, you can't have everything. Currently running in a very strong position though. So on lap 22 it's all a little bit static at the moment, but the threat of rain is imminent, and I think that's going to really make things quite interesting towards the end of the race. It's definitely coming. The sky is getting that little bit darker. I've just been told by Jeff to stay out as the track is bone dry. No shit, mate. I can see it's dry. I wouldn't be pitting just yet, but I can already feel just that little bit more water on the circuit, just making the handling a little bit trickier. Perez is starting to catch me now. Right, for me, the track feels ready, so I am gambling on those intermediates, because for me, it feels kind of ready. It's getting very slippery, so I'm going to take a gamble here. This could be the biggest downfall, but it won't be more of a downfall than this rain. Oh, Joe, you're so punny. DRS disabled, so you know what? I think I have just called that to perfection. I nailed that call. I have no idea where the braking spot for that is going to be. I didn't want to be too chancy with it. And we resume 6th then, but we are a little bit closer to that Red Bull of Ricciardo. Did they double stack at Red Bull? Because he wasn't... He was quite a way away from me, so I wonder if they double stacked there. Putting my skills at dirt to good use there. I've just heard on the radio there is going to be a huge downpour. The heavy rain is on its way. 4 laps to go then in this Canadian Grand Prix, and the rain is starting to fall down that bit harder, making the track that bit wetter. I wonder what the right call will be here. Will it be to stick it out, or will it be to just bite the bullet and make that pit stop? So in my mind at this point, whatever happens, I think the best call is to just stick it out now, because we've only got 3 laps to go. It wouldn't be worth losing that time in the pit stop. And Ricciardo is getting that much closer. Can I have a look at Ricciardo here? The wet obviously helping with my lack of power, because it just does not affect me in these conditions. And suddenly 5th place is looking up for grabs here, if I can just nip past Ricciardo. Now we are right behind Ricciardo. We are right up with the Red Bull now. And these conditions definitely suiting me and the car very nicely. Oh, we've gone a bit wide there. That's going to allow Ricciardo just to get away a little bit. But I still sense that we can get him. I don't think this is over quite yet. Had a little bit of a look at Ricciardo there, but then we ended up nudging him. Keeping my foot in the throttle here, because I am sensing this opportunity and I am not letting go of this one. I'm pushing really hard now. I'm sensing an opportunity for 5th here. I'm pushing hard. I'm not letting this one go. It's going to have to be a dive bomb here. Up the inside, Ricciardo's gone. And we've gone through. What a move. I thought he'd gone a bit deep there. He did his best to defend me, and we are up into 5th place on the final lap of this Canadian Grand Prix. What a move that was. A bit opportunistic, but we are now in 5th place on the last lap here. Raikkonen has taken the win. I did not anticipate this result, and now we're going to have to just hold him off on the last few corners now. The track is very wet, it's very slippery, and we are now going to come across the line. If we can make it around the last chicane without hitting the wall of champions, we are going to come across the line in P5, 5th place, 10 points. That is what I'm talking about. Come on! Woo! And what a race that was.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. As the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
So Kimi Raikkonen takes another win in this career mode. We've got a Red Bull on the podium, so Max Verstappen making it to 3rd. No Mercedes in sight.
Who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then.
In fact, has there been a time?
Who would you go for?
Today, I'm going to give it to the McLaren driver. They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
And now let's take a look at the
Well, I don't know how I did that. The car felt competitive all through this race weekend. Whether it was just down to the car suiting the track and then the rain helping us out right at the end, I tell you what, I felt really good in the wet with the car. I felt like the car was responding exactly the way I wanted it to. Few too many slides, but I feel like the rain really helped us out in the end there to pick up that 5th place for those 10 juicy championship points. A great result then for us there. Let's have a look at the standings. Raikkonen extending the gap in the championships. Vettel 2nd. Hamilton is now 3rd, so Mercedes again just falling away a bit, and we move up to 9th in the championship with that result. That is an incredible place to be right now. I'm really quite happy with that. And in the Constructors' Championship, we move up to 7th ahead of Toro Rosso. Certainly did not expect that result coming into this race. And like I said, I think it's just a mixture of the car suiting the circuit. We nailed that weekend. And of course, when the rain came, we just seem to get even more competitive by catching up to and passing Ricciardo. Well, thank you very much for watching this race. Leave a thumbs up if you like what you see, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, it is goodbye from me. Cheerio, guys.